Gettysburg. It's a historic location that I love going to, I've been to many times, and I try to get back there as often as I can. Now with Haunted Collector, we were lucky enough to do a case there at a place called the Inn at Her Ridge. Now during my travels, I try to check in with old locations as much as I can. One day I found myself going back through Gettysburg on the way home from a convention, and I figured, let me drop in and see how they're doing.
Hi, I'm Tom McPherson, here at the Her Ridge and Her Tavern. I am the general manager. I thought we had a problem here with our spirits and whatnot in the inn, so we called John Zaffis from the Haunted Collector to come out and do some investigations of paranormal activity, and we're very pleased with the results that he did find.
You know, it's a very unfortunate thing a lot of times with a TV show. You only get 22 minutes per episode.
Now I always tell people that what you see is essentially the Cliff Notes version of what actually happened. You see 22 minutes, we were there for 3 or 4 days, so there's plenty of activity and experiences that you just don't see. Now the editors have to pick and choose what to best put forward that contributes to the storyline, but believe me, there's so much more.
Because John was here and what his team was able to accomplish, was able to settle down the anxiety that the staff was having as well as some of our guests. So I was sort of pleased with the end result.
Highlights of the episode's investigation was Chris staying by himself in room 1 with the camera to see what he could catch by himself. Also, of course, as usual, I got sent underneath the house to try to see if I could find anything to verify this counterfeiting ring by Lewis and Connolly. Now I have to give our camera guys a lot of credit. Anytime you see me crawling into a tight space or underneath a house, there's a camera guy with me. So even though you're witnessing my adventures in these spots, the unsung hero here is the cameraman. And I came to rely on them and depend on them a lot. And they never let me down. The item in question turned out to be this little key, which ironically may have been the key to the schism between Lewis and Connolly. Now, it's on display at the inn. That seems to have reduced the negative activity, which is all we're there to do.
Now what's sort of interesting is that when guests are explaining that they have some paranormal activity and experiences in the inn, I believe them now. And previously I was saying, well, maybe it's just the building is old and it's creaking and has some quirks going on. But after witnessing some of the activity myself and the investigation, it's made me a believer, and now I believe the guests when they're having these experiences. We're still experiencing a door downstairs going to the crawl space under the building is still opening all the time. Matter of fact, we have guests coming in wanting to see this area, and they've actually witnessed it themselves.
Now remember, we all love the movie Ghostbusters, but that's not an accurate representation of the work we do. We don't hate ghosts, we don't want to get rid of them, we don't want to imprison them, we just want to reduce the negative activity that is occurring at a location. So if we can do that, then we've done our job.
I do everything I can to be able to help individuals out. I really like to try to stay in communication with them to see that everything was okay. Wasn't really just interested in going in there, filming for an episode and then just walking away. I really had my heart and soul into it, and so did our whole team.
We get asked that all the time. Hey, whatever happened to that family? Or what became of that item? And as much as possible, we do like to check in on them, so as long as there's cases to keep checking in on, I'll keep bringing you these segments.
We would like to thank John and the Haunted Collector and the team that worked with him doing the investigation here at the inn. It was very fruitful, and we appreciate the opportunity of working with him.
The most important and main thing to me is to be able to try and help individuals out there and to try and bring some type of resolution to the investigations that are occurring today.